This week we're featuring orange citrine, ametrine under the microscope cam, windex on Why'd I Buy That, 11 new jokes, and warning, the following may contain optimism. I tried writing jokes about dairy farming, but they were too cheesy, so I put them to the wayside. Let's start the show. There it is. That's the orange inside this gemstone, that little wedge. That's natural citrine. That is orange rust. Ferric iron, ferrous iron. Is it ferric or ferrous rust? Ferrous rust? Ferric rust? We're going to look that up. One of them's black, one of them's orange. And this is the orange kind. The black kind is how we get our champagne quartz, our chocolate quartz, our smoky quartz. Sometimes that's ash, though. It's like volcanic ash. But that's really more in obsidian. This is a crystal that's formed up. Okay, let's roll the video. Is there any lag happening? Thought I'd hold it up in front of the screen to help highlight it. Screen emits a UV radiation, so it kind of helps with polychroic stones. This isn't polychroic, it's just a heavy zone. The idea is to get that zone in the bottom of the culet, the bottom of the gem, so that the facets will bounce the light around through the color and get it to show up better. Maybe if I actually had it in the middle of the screen, that might help a little bit. Welcome, Sunny Gemstones. Check out Sunny Gemstones' channel. He's been live streaming lately. Unfortunately, while I'm at work, but I can catch the replays. He's been setting up his machinery. And welcome, Downriver Mining and Lapidary by Jeffrey. Thank you for coming by. How are you doing today? Check out Downriver Mining and Lapidary on Instagram. And check out his YouTube channel. He goes live and talks about things. Need to hop up on panel again and chat. Chat about going to New York to tell some jokes. Or maybe LA. I don't know. Colette, how are you doing? LA is so much farther than New York. Like gas-wise. So I started out by flattening out the edges of the stone. Just kind of pick the flat sides and squeeze them down until the pits are gone. Martial Artist 2012, how are you? I think Martial Artist 2012 is the reason that the world didn't end in 2012. Because the martial artists did the end of the world away. That's what happened. I'm sure he knows more about it. Let's see. How is the stream going? Is it lagging? I'm getting a warning for dropped frames. I picked sandwich and it said I picked the other one. What? Who does that? Oh, goody. The chat bot is working. Fancy Dan. You know what they say? Fancy Dan was a fancy man. Carried fancy things with a fancy hand. That's probably part of it. Cheers, and welcome to the show. Cheers, and welcome to the show. Can you see me through the glass? Hi. The stream is good. You know what stream is good? That stream of Mountain Dew flowing into my gullet. That's a good stream. Where's the gem? Oh, crap. What did I do with it? Put it in my pocket. Who does that? There it is. Blingle, blingle, blink, bling. That's the finished piece. I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. I kind of wish I would have done more than the X pattern with the culet, with the backside. It's just a basic X. I could always add a couple extra facets, but I'm so happy with it. I think I might just stick with it. I'm happy with this gem. It's a nice gem. I like the gem. And it's a big one too, right? Big old honker clonker. Okay, let's get to the microscope cam. Emily Eshelman, I don't believe it's lagging. Looks beautiful. Does not seem laggy. Well, maybe it's just me. Or this streaming software. But I want to make sure that it's running well. Because, like, I dealt with all that all those streaming issues, and man, it was a thing. I had Mediacom come out, and they like gave me a new router, and this is over like a period of like 2 years. And we finally found out that it had something to do with the wiring that was going, because okay, so here's how internet works: is there's certain stations that are connected that branch out, right? It's like a splitter. And these stations are owned by like the smaller companies that we used to have back in the day, and now they're leased out to the bigger companies. And so they're supposed to be maintained. And so Mediacom's lease with this place, like the place they were leasing it from, wasn't upholding their end of the bargain, so they had to upgrade everything. And so that was basically what was going on. And they checked everything from the pole into the house. And that was a big ordeal. But they finally got it going. And everything was working. Okay, there's the microscope cam. Let's fire it up. Zach Schneider. Oh, cool. I'm blue. Thanks, brother. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for saving us from the 2012 apocalypso, which was probably caused by my dancing. Finished piece looks awesome. Thanks, Zach. Good to see you, man. Hey, I have been trying to get caught up with work. One of these Wednesdays, I'm actually going to make it back down there to the Jukebox Comedy Club. I need to talk to Dan. He's having some problems with his roof, but I am just trying to get caught up with all the work that I put off so that I could go down there on Wednesdays. And another thing, I've been working on character development. Yeah, I got a character tonight. Jacob the Temp, the temporary employee. I think I have like 3 or 4 punches for my little speech thingy. I don't know. We'll see how it goes when we get to the joke portion. But right now, do you like different flavors of Mountain Dew? Emily, I have not really gotten too deep into the multi-flavors. I mean, I want to. Honestly, I need to try more of them. I should try more of them. But it's kind of like I'm stuck with this like situation where the only time I've ever enjoyed a different flavor of Mountain Dew is the Baja Blast, and I don't like it from the bottle. I only like it when it's from the fountain at Taco Bell. So that's a thing. And then I really don't even like Mountain Dew. I don't like anything. I don't know why I drink it. Because it tastes like lemon balm and corn syrup. But for some reason I still drink it because it satisfies my addiction to it. And sometimes I'm tired of it and I actually drink juice. But usually I don't really drink the juice. I just freeze a mug full of 100% juicy juice cherry or fruit punch. And then I carve it out with a spoon and eat it as a slushie. And what's really cool about that, oh, Christina and Sun Ghost Squad, I got something to tell you. What's really cool about carving out the juice is that, see, as the juice freezes, it does kind of an Applejack thing, which, to bring everyone up to speed, Applejack was a thing that happened back in the day when yeast would ferment a barrel of apple juice. So this alcoholic apple juice would freeze slowly as it got colder outside and push all of the alcohol into the middle. And so it's frozen on the outside and liquidy in the middle, and they pour it off and let it freeze again and pour it off. And you can freeze distill this alcoholic apple juice up to like 50 proof or higher. Or 50% alcohol or like 100 proof or higher. And so, like, there's some YouTube videos about it. It's really cool. But the problem with that is that you still keep all of the bad alcohols. Because you get the ethanol, which you want, but you also get, like, the methanol and the methyl alcohol. And the stuff that gives you a hangover. And the stuff that can make you go blind. But back to my point. So I freeze this glass of juice. And the sugar doesn't freeze. So all the water freezes on the outside and pushes that juicy slushiness, and it makes it a softer slush down the center of the core. And it's also a very condensed version of the sugar, so I get that sugar rush. Okay, that's the end of that video. Let's play the next video. Christina, I worked on your chocolate opal. Your chocopal. Ooh, that's the aquamarine. We got a piece of aquamarine coming up. Okay, yep, 2 more videos. Here's where I decide what to do with it. You can see that color zone, right? And notice here's a hairline crack. That's the crack where the rust is. Now, if this was baked citrine, on the edges of the stone coming in would be where the color is. And the color would be more of a brownish color. More of like a toasty brown orange color. And like if you see one of those like groupings of like a cluster of citrine, and you see the crystals, like the points of the crystals, you know, there's a whole bunch of points, like if you're looking at it like flat, you'll see that the color comes from the points of the crystals down. That means it was baked. But this is natural citrine, which means as a crystal forms, it pulls the rust up with it, and the rust will flow into the cracks. And that's why the color is all near this crack, which is the real problem with working with natural citrine. As I grind out that crack, I'm also grinding out the color. Just leaving just clear stone. So yeah, that's totally a thing. And we'll look at Christina and Sun Ghost Squad's opal, chocolate opal under the microscope cam. I was actually talking about you, and here it is too. I was actually talking about you on Facebook because Nikki Stalker who's a fellow comedian. She was talking about optimism, or I was talking about optimism. She was talking about opalism on Facebook, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm working on 4 pieces of opal right now. One for Colette's ring, and one for Anna Rose, who is a fellow comedian, and one for Christina and Sun Ghost Squad, and one for me just because I'm working on it. Oh, this is a fresh 100 grit lap to really make short work out of that citrine there. I was a breakdance teacher. I might be able to help you find your right foot. Oh, good, because yeah, I have 2 left feet. That's okay, I understand it. And actually, Martial Artist 2012, that is really cool. Like, breakdancing's awesome. That's like I actually have been thinking I need to take some dancing lessons. Hello, YouTube hubby and chat. That's awesome. I've been curious about doing a character. We'll talk about it the next time I'm down there. Let's see. Sup, Jacob, the babe magnet. Hey, Wally. Hi, Wally. How you doing, Wally? How you been, man? I actually watched Wally, the movie, a little while ago. And that was a good movie to see because I haven't seen it in so long. Can't wait to see that. It's so like the universe. It's perfect. I became a glamma. Or as everybody else calls it, a grandma. So I've been busy. Oh, okay. Congratulations. That's awesome. Thanks for the info on baked citrine. Very cool to know. Yeah, because people say, oh, all the citrine is baked. But actually, my cellar's been having some non-baked citrine, untreated citrine for sale. But it's been getting soaked up, man. It's all going for like 40 to 60 carats is all going for like $5 or $10. For 1 or 2 pieces about this size. Where's the dagnabbit microscope, Jacob? You're supposed to have that ready. Desktop. Getting caught up on the chats, other Jacob in my mind. So, yes. There we are. There we are, Miss America. Okay, this is ametrine. I thought if we're doing citrine, it'd be a good chance to look at a piece of ametrine that I'm going to be shaping, right? So this is amethyst and citrine together. Which is cool because you can't really fake ametrine because if you bake it, it's going to be all one color. Look at those bubbles in there. See those bubbles? That's on a plane. Darn, that's like a crack that was busy healing up. Yeah. Looks like there must have been water flowing through there. What are we gonna do about this? Maybe I'll try to keep that in there. But then again, as I flatten down the sides, it might become an obvious flaw and appear to be a problem. We'll have to see as I get into it. Notice how when I turn it like this, it's like the colors aren't very highlighted, and when I turn it like this, it's like obvious that there's more of a golden and a purple. That's one of the problems with ametrine, is trying to get it to highlight the duality of the colors. So it's even more difficult than dealing with just citrine or amethyst, which has its own color zoning to begin with. This is a nice piece of ametrine. My cellar's been having some pretty good stones lately. I'm excited. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with those bubbles, though. We'll see as it gets developed. Maybe I'll highlight this again under the microscope cam coming up. Let's take a look at the gem of the week and then the piece of opal. So here's the gem of the week. It's got some scratches on it that I need to work out. I need to get some better polish going on with my polish ability. There we go. There's some deep scratches in that. That's from the 1000 grit. Yeah, I got a sharp 1000 grit. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see the orange, the zone. That's where it is. That's where we kept it. Right down this line. Right down that side. I tried to keep as much as possible. So that way when it bounces the light in this side, and then back out this side, and back in this side, and out that side, it spreads all that light around and turns the face of it generally the same orange color. For the most part. That's the idea with citrine. And sapphire, too. Sapphire has severe color zoning. Like blue sapphires or yellow sapphires, red sapphires, which are well, pink sapphires are rubies, but red also, red rubies. And speaking of red, here's this piece of chocolate opal, which I need to polish. But I wasn't quite sure what to do with it, and I was like, we got to triangle it. We got to turn it triangly. So I got it roughly triangle shaped, and I finished, I think I did it with a 240 grit. Because I don't want to dig too far into this opal, it'll crack. So I did this with a 240, and I need to do 1000 grit to polish it out. Let's see if we can put a little bit of water on it to help show the actual, like... Oh, maybe I should put the mirror under it. See the blue in there? Yeah, let's put a mirror under it. That's water from the outside of my Mountain Dew glass. It's a frosty mug of Mountain Dew. I need to get caught up on the chats because you guys are awesome. I love the fact that you chat with me and you chat with each other. Okay, so there you can see through it a little bit. I've got this like totally 45'd on the back, which kind of makes it dark. And I keep telling myself, in order to get more of that brown red that you're seeing right now, I might need to actually like flatten this off so you can look through it like a window. But then again, I'm hoping that when I polish it, it will show some flare. And it'll actually light up. I only got 2 pieces of this, and this is one of them. Yeah, the rest of it's potch. So I'm hoping that this turns out, because this is supposed to be for Christina and Sun Go Squad. Slice of pizza. Delicious chocolate pizza. Yeah. Anyways, that's what's going on with the microscope portion of the program. That's what we got in the gemstone world. I'm excited about this ametrine. This is a neat piece. It's like I'm excited about that. I'm as excited about that as I am about you guys for being so fantastic. Thank you for coming by. Congratulations, Grandpa. Hello, Colette. Thank you, Colette. Been making pendulums, trying to start my own business. I'm probably going to do it. Also, some jewelry. It's hard to find nice pendulum stones. Yeah, I actually made some pendulum stones for Mother Nature. That's a museum piece. Oh, thanks, Colette. You're awesome. Yes, it's gorgeous. Does your seller sell pendulums for cheap? You know, the seller also sells some pendulum-y stuff. that belongs in a ring. Well, we'll get there. Actually, I was thinking about doing some like some ringular stuff. Let's see. Here you go. This is my favored cellar. That's where I get a lot of my rough from. 1,084 pieces are for sale this week over the next 7 days. Gonna sell 1,000 pieces, usually about 1,000 pieces a week. 1,200, sometimes 1,000 pieces per week. Sometimes 1,400 pieces a week. It's really cool. There's a lot of rough out there. Oh, thanks, Jacob. You're welcome, Christina and Sun Go Squad. You know what else I'm welcome for, or thankful for? Windex. But why? Do you use Windex to clean your gemstones, Jacob? No. But I do like nice, clean windows. And there's a lot of different window cleaners out there. Speaking of all the like different flavors of Mountain Dew, there's also different flavors of Windex. And none of them seem to work like the original Windex. I came from a laboratory, science lab, and we use Contrad to clean the glass. But there's always a chance that you can etch the glass in the Contrad, depending on what it has in it, and the Contrad reacts with. So, I don't really want to spend a whole bunch of money on Contrad to clean my windows. I just use Windex, and it has the ammonia in it, and I do like a 3-step process. You spray it down, you scrub it to get all the stuff loose, and then you wipe it to get all the stuff off of there. And then the final one is the buffer. It's like basically the window is dry now because the ammonia evaporates. And then you buff all the dry stuff and it crumbles and flakes away. We're talking on a small level. And I get nice clean windows out of that. Yep. That's what I did. I bought some Windex. That's what I bought, and that's why I bought it. I need a better why'd I buy that. But I thought Windex, there's a reason to my Windex logic. And you know what's weird? Is that I keep losing the spray bottles. Not sure why. I have like half a dozen spray bottles. And I was like, you know what? I just bought the giant jug, the refill jug. And I had that for so long, the refill jug, unopened. I had it so long, I forgot that I bought it. And I bought another refill jug. And I went to put it under the bathroom sink. And I'm like, oh, wow. There's a whole nother refill jug under there. Gee whiz, Jacob. What a shame. Okay, so anyway, that happened. That's things that happen in reality. But I was like, I need a spray bottle. I need the Windex spray bottle. And actually, I was out on the job, and I was like, I'm going to polish this glass while I'm here anyways. So I went and I got some from the dollar store. And that's the aisle I saw. And that's the Windex I saw. And that's why I bought it. Have you ever bought Windex? And why did you buy it? Why did you buy that Windex instead of another glass cleaner? Maybe I haven't had enough experience with other glass cleaners. But when it comes to getting it done, what am I going to do? Buy the Windex and something else and then try the something else and say, oh, that didn't work. And then, or maybe it would work. And then I'd be like, oh, what am I going to do with this Windex? I need to try it out. I need to be open to new things. I'm a decided consumer. And I need to be an undecided consumer. Wax on, wax off. This is one pendulum I made. Check it out. Okay. I put on my Facebook a pendulum. I also made on my Instagram a whole bunch of little videos. Okay, I gotta check out your Instagram because I'm not sure if we are connected on Instagram. No, we're not. So there we go. Followified. Okay, cool. Hey, that looks pretty neat. I like it. Okay. Awesome. I'm going to check these out a little bit more after the show. That's cool. I didn't know that you had an Instagram going on. Now we are connectified. I buy the cheapest glass cleaner there is, and I just use a squeegee on my windows because it never leaves anymore, so it doesn't matter what the cleaner is. Oh, okay. So as long as the buffer works. I'm a little bit too, like, I can see it all, and I guess if I'm doing it. And the thing is, my process of using the 3, it's quick. It's quick enough, and it gets such a clean job out of the windows. This is where I'm trying to even out all the edges on the stone. So I like look down the stone and I'm like, is this one tilty? Is this one tilty? And I'm trying to even it up. And there's like water on my fingers, and I'm like, so like this from looking at it real close. Anyways, that's what's going on with gems. What do we have going on with jokes this week? Anything? Anything funny at all? Do I have any jokes? Let's find out. I didn't bold any of them. I usually bold my jokes so that I can tell which ones are the funniest ones and leave them for the end. This one, I don't know about this one. This one's a joke in the works. Actually, about half of these are. So, well, probably more than that. Anyways, I have this idea. We need to make mixed martial arts baseball, where strikes are encouraged. A grand slam is a wrestling move. A bullpen wins you the game. And fly balls are something to be avoided. Yeah, I don't think that's a very funny joke. I mean, I get that I'm going somewhere with it, but there's really no heavyweight punchline. There's no crack. There's no cracking the egg and letting the yolks out. Let's see. Bilbo Baggins sold me a car. I asked for a coupe, but he sold me a Mordor. That one's pretty bad, too. Don't write jokes when you've been drinking. A four-door, a Mordor. Nope. We're coming back to that one later. Or maybe never. We'll just throw that one into the fires of Mount Mordor. I find the best time to friend request girls on Facebook is 2 a.m. on Saturday night. It confuses my intentions. That's really dumb. Okay, yeah. Okay, so just to be clear, like I went to a comedy thing, and then I'm reviewing stuff, and I'm like, oh, I saw this person at the comedy show. Oh, I saw this person at the comedy show. And so I'm giving all these friend requests, and it's like 2 a.m. on a Saturday. And so it's like, let's see. I signed up for a 1-month free trial. Unfortunately, it was February. No, that's not funny either. Man, I am really not hitting it with these jokes. Maybe we'll have something that will be redeeming. I tried writing jokes about dairy farming, but they were too cheesy, so I put them to the wayside. Nope. Oh, I was thinking about my self-checkout jokes. And, I've got my set about going to the self-checkout and how it's kind of annoying doing the self-checkout because it was bad enough when the human cashier gave me a funny look for my purchases, but now I've got a computer uploading all my purchases to the cloud, and every website on the internet knows that a human being just bought diet pills and ham salad. And then I'm trying to check out, and the self-checkout asked me to donate to a person in need. And I'm like, I'm a person in need. Where's the button so that they can donate to me? Okay, that's not the funniest part. I I had another part to that too. Let's see, diet pills and ham salad. Self-checkout asked me to donate. Oh, you know the only good thing about the self-checkout is that I can dump all my coins in there like it's a coin star, which actually is true. I just take all the coins out of my pocket. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Make it rain down that slot, baby. Let's see. We're going to start a new political party called Undependent, which is a premise. I don't have the punchline. Undependent, where we believe that we don't need government. We just need good people. Vote for me. Almost done. Oh, okay. Here's an idea. We're going to make a dating app where you can date people who are currently in an insane asylum. We're going to call the app Committed Relationships. All I have is a note that says Committed Relationship app. I was trying to write that one in real time. Welcome to the joke portion of the program. And, of course, like I was telling Zach earlier, which Zach is a comedian, so check out his YouTube channel. I was working on character development. So I was thinking, one of my characters could be Jacob the Temp, a temporary employee. And I need like a name tag that says, "Hi, my name is Temp. My name is Jacob the Temp. I'm just a temporary employee. So don't worry, I'm not here to take your position. I'm trying to build a career off of job hopping and pawning office supplies. Last week was great. I was working at one of those nice offices with the good pens. Yeah, it was so great I was eating steakums. This week's not so good. I'm not doing that great. I can't even afford to put meat in my ramen noodles. And I've been working my butt off, and I'm still no closer to retirement. But I did buy some lottery tickets, so I guess I can relax a little. And, like I say, I've been working my butt off all week. Yesterday, I spent the whole day scrolling on social media, and I still haven't found love or money. But you know what I did find? The outro for the joke portion of the program. You guys are all so cool. I am so glad that you come by and say hi to me. That one was really good. Committed relationships. Oh, I'm glad you liked that. I'm going to actually try and finish writing that and then make that part of my set. Because I have a few dating app jokes that I've been going off of. And speaking of dating apps, I think I got one caught in my throat. But I don't know if I told this one last week or not, but I had the idea for a dating app called Tit Tat Toe, where they send you a picture of one of their tits, a picture of one of their tats, and a picture of one of their toes, so you can tell if they have diabetes. That's a really bad joke. I need to change the punchline for that, but that's something that I'm working on. Part of my dating series of jokes. I walked up to the self-checkout, put my card in, and it started beeping and said in a loud computer voice, "Your card has been denied for insufficient funds." That'd be funny even to see. I need to actually... You know what I should do, Christina, is I should make a joke about feeding it all of my beat-up dollars. Yeah, something like that. Fall Dog is drinking Mountain Dew. Cheers, Fall Dog, and welcome to the show. Fall Dog, do you like the different Mountain Dews? Emily Eshelman was asking me about all those other Mountain Dews. That's what we should do with the poll. We should ask what your favorite Mountain Dew flavor is. Cheesy jokes. Putting them to the wayside. The dairy, the way side. Okay, anyways... We're putting this show to the wayside because I gotta send you all out there so that you can do great things and be great people and be awesome, just like you always are. Thank you for coming by. If you have anything to promote, as always, promote it in the chats. You can do that this week with what's left of the show. You can do that next week when we do the show again. Wait a minute. Next week I'm not doing the show. Or maybe I'll do the show early. That's a tough one. Okay, so here's the thing. Gotta talk about this. Go back to normal fingers. Okay, so here's the thing. Next week, one of Tom Kelly's show's guests, Matt Ruby, is doing a show at the Renwick Mansion, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go check that out. That's not too far away. I can go and see that. How many opportunities do I have to ask a real New York comedian in person about going to New York and doing some open mics? And how many of those do I have in the next few weeks? So I'm like, maybe I'll go to New York and do some open mics, which would be awesome, especially if I got some video and I could show you guys. Oh, and I'm going to upload my set from last Saturday. So that's something that I'm trying to work on this week. So look for that. But next week, when I do the show, I'll either do the show early or I'll just wait until the following week. Or maybe I'll do the show late. Maybe I'll do the show after Matt Ruby's show. Because I think his show is at like 7. So then I could do this show at like, 3 hours later. I am a New York person, so you better come see me if you're in New York. Christina, I just followed you on Instagram. Send me some tips on going to New York, because that's going to be in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, we need to talk about that. Favorite flavor is caffeine. Nice. Way flavored Mountain Dew. That's the favorite flavor of Mountain Dew. I wanted to make a dating app for all the paranormal people, but I figured there'd be too much ghosting. That's a good one. Yeah, I've got some ghosting jokes. We need to go over my dating app jokes again. I'll have to bring that back out, which actually I do that in my set that I'm going to upload. So anyways, thank you all for coming by. I hope to see you next week. We'll do the show later. We'll do it later in the evening, and then the following week, we'll be back to the normal schedule at 9 p.m. Eastern. You are all fantastic people. Have a great week. You can do it.